right, everyone, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. Well, we're going to do two topics today. Why? Because I was thinking about some things, and I was thinking about Daniel Jones and Leonard Williams, and there are ramifications of tagging Leonard Williams, and I'm kind of flustered with the Daniel Jones predicament because of the fact that it seems like he might be the most reliable option right now for a quarterback in the NFC East. I know, shocking as that seems, because everyone knows I think Daniel Jones is that Pro Bowl quarterback. We all know I think that. We all know it. But if you take a look at the current structure of the NFC East and the teams right now, Daniel Jones is the safest option for the Giants, and he is probably one of the best options right now in the East, shocking as that seems. And if you take a quick, brief look at it, Washington just released Alex Smith. So you know they're going to have to go out and get a quarterback. They have Allen, I think, and I don't know who else they have off the top of my head, but you release Alex Smith, your starting quarterback, or who came in to bail out the team and help guide them to the playoffs and, you know, play in the playoffs, and you're relying on a host of nobodies. Okay, that's a problem. That's a problem for your team. You need to go out and get a Big Ben, or you need to go out and find a Cam Newton or someone to come in and take over this offense because your defense is top 5 caliber. And then you jump over to the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott. We still do not have a resolution on the contract. And of course, he's coming off the injury. So you have the injury and the contract and the injury. Think about that. How the hell are you going to sit there and say that the Dallas situation is a fluid situation in reference to the quarterback? You almost pray that Andy Dalton comes back. Because if Andy Dalton comes back, you have some consistency and continuity in your quarterback situation. Because right now it's a wreck. You don't know what Jerry Jones is going to do. You don't know what Dak is going to do. You don't know if he's going to sit. I doubt he's going to sit out the season. I don't see them franchise tagging him. But these are things that we don't even think about. We don't even look at when we look at the Dallas Cowboys. We see the mess that they have on defense and the fact that they need to sit there and find the quarterback because they do have some offensive skills at the wide receiver position, the running back, and the offensive line. And then you jump over to the Philadelphia Eagles and Jalen Hurts. Maybe it does hurt. I don't know. But you look at Jalen. Okay, you are hoping that this guy who you dumped Carson Wentz for is going to be the real deal. And he's only had a small sample and a handful of games for the Eagles. Yes, he has performed well and played well in that short period of time. But you don't know. We all thought that Daniel Jones was going to take this huge leap in year 2, and evidently he went back. And then people like Pro Football Focus will tell you he's the best deep ball quarterback in the league. We all know that's not true. We've seen the games. We've watched the tape. We've seen him miss wide open guys, Daniel Jones. But if you look at the Eagles situation, their roster's a mess. Their offense is a mess. They're cutting wide receivers. They may have a stable of running backs, but that doesn't mean that their quarterback situation is a solid, fluid situation. And then you at least come to the Giants. Daniel Jones has played the last 2 seasons. Yes, he's dealt with injuries, but he's going to be going into his 3rd year with the Jason, 3rd year in the league, 2nd year inside the Jason Garrett system. And that's crazy, So if you look at continuity purposes and you look at his ability to stay mainly on the field, he's missed games here and there. Yes, I'm not saying that he is injury prone, but I am saying the fact that he has missed games. But he right now is the most consistent starter in the NFC East, which I would never thought that I would ever be saying that he is the most consistent starter. The only problem is I hope it stays that way. because I have a feeling Washington's going to go after a quarterback, can't speak today. You know they're going to try to rectify the situation with Dak in Dallas. But Philadelphia's just a mess. Philadelphia outside the cheesesteak is just a garbage pile right now. Hot flaming bag of dung. But that's what we need to look at right now. That Daniel Jones right now is the best option in the NFC East. Which, if you rank the quarterbacks 1 through 4, he's probably anywhere between 1 to 2. Who the hell would have said that not too long ago? I also want to get into Leonard Williams right now in the franchise tag. There are some hidden, you see a lot of places on Twitter like, wow, we should franchise tag him and negotiate him and this, and everything be fine. And worst case scenario, if we sign a franchise tag, then we can just trade him. Okay, here are the hidden issues with Leonard Williams and the franchise tag. Right now, the 2020 tag figure is still not settled. They are still going under arbitration with this. He is still contesting his tag from the Giants. The Giants filed him at 16.1 instead of 17.8. So here's the problem. If he wins his arbitration and you tag him and he wins his arbitration as a defensive end, he goes salary-wise, if you tag him, to 21.3. And now the problem is, instead of the 19.4, but you will have him on the tag for 21.3. And let's just say you have a $40 million salary cap number. So then you're looking at $18.7 million left to sign your free agents. And we have a lot of holes to fill with $18.7 million. Here's the other problem. As soon as you tag him, that either 19.4 or 21.3 goes on the books. Now, it's not finalized or guaranteed till he signs his contract. But the moment you tag him, that 21.3 or 19.4 immediately counts against your salary cap. Immediately. And with the rookie pool number, you're going to have what, maybe $10 million to start signing guys? And here's the other problem with tagging Leonard Williams and hoping that you trade him. Let's say you tag Leonard Williams at the 21.3. He signs the contract. The moment he signs that contract, that 21.3 million all of a sudden becomes completely guaranteed for the season. So now you need to find a trading partner that can take that cap hit or renegotiate his contract for a more manageable cap number. If you can't, you are then on the hook for $21.3 million for Leonard Williams for 1 year, which will decimate your salary cap. So you are sitting there hoping that you could sign him to a long-term deal. And I'm not seeing the Giants break out the franchise tag. I don't. Because of the fact that you will completely hinder this team if he wins his arbitration and is then tagged as a defensive end, he goes to the 21.3 number. And that's something no one is talking about. That he is going to try to cash in on that extra couple million. And that could potentially kill the teams, that could kill your team in free agency. Because let's say I forget what the rookie pool is, but so you could immediately have anywhere between $26 and $27 million tied up in your rookie pool and Leonard Williams out of your $40 million. That you can't do that. And then you want to bring back Dalvin Tomlinson? Fine, you sign Dalvin Tomlinson. That's great. Between Dalvin Tomlinson, Dexter Lawrence, and the rookie pool, you now have zero salary cap money. I don't think that fans are sitting there and thinking logistically what a long-term contract for a guy who can easily revert back to 5.5 sacks, what that could do and how that could completely decimate the salary cap for this team in 2021. And I've said it before, we're probably going to have to go second-tier free agents or maybe even third-tier free agents. We don't know. but you can't wreck the cap just for Leonard Williams. It's not worth it. We could get 2 to 3 guys for the same amount that they want to pay him. And like I said, if he wins that arbitration, there is no way we can tag him at $21.3 million and have any real money left over for free agency. We need to start thinking. We need to think long ball, long term. Deals that we can work with younger players, assets, and move forward that way. Joe Judge had a good first season. He hopefully can have a better second season. And I got them. This is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best of New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you could like, if you subscribe, if you could ring that bell, you know what that means, that'd be awesome.